thank you guys for everybody for tuning in today with this amazing event that we've put together with the Apprentice Trust, talking to the wonderful, amazing Linda Plant today. My name is Cordell Jeffers. I am an entrepreneur from Birmingham.
My name is Hadi. I am a business mentor with the Apprentice Trust. So without further ado, I will hand it over to Linda.
Thank you, Hadi. Well, hello everybody. The very first thing that we need is perseverance. Do not give up. Do not be afraid to fail, because we all fail, but sometimes failure can set you up for the next success. So perseverance has been a very key word throughout my journey, and it needs to be through yours. Motivation and drive. You really have to want to succeed. You have to be sure that you love what you're doing. You know, things always won't go easy, but if you love it and you've got a passion for it, you will succeed. Hard work. You must be prepared for hard work. Hard work pays off. Absolutely be prepared to give it your all and put your all in. Seize the opportunity. When people say to me, you've been lucky, I say, no. I've seized the opportunity. And sometimes opportunity has also come with risk, but I have taken the risk element and I've looked at everything in a positive way. So seize the opportunity. We all get opportunities in life, however they are. Whether you've left the education system and suddenly decided, hey, I haven't done well at school, I've left my education system, but I've woken up and I want to make something of my life. That's your opportunity. You can make that opportunity because you've realized, and that's very, very important. Relationships. You need to forge relationships, because my businesses have all been trading businesses, although I've had a breadth of businesses, and relationships have been so important. Relationships with my suppliers, relationships with my customers. So whatever your goal out there is, forge relationships, preserve them and keep relationships, because they will stand you in good stead. Realistic goals. Well, I always say to people, you know, have a big dream, you know, but keep it real. Keep it real, have realistic expectations, and from small acorns grow big trees. So don't worry about a small start as long as your platform is solid. Be honest. Be honest to yourself and be honest in business, because it's very, very important, and honesty always pays. It's the best policy, and it will carry you through. So those are some of my key elements to take us on the journey. They've taken me on the journey, and they'll take you on the journey.
Basically, I'm looking at the chat box and the Q&A. They've been flooded with the questions. So we just want to manage it in the best way to get kind of people's questions answered.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I want to just ask a quick question, Linda. Like, you know, through your whole journey, you know, you've I can tell by the way you speak, the passion and the energy and the conviction that you give to everything that you're saying. And I just wanted to know, like, you know, you seem to have had the courage and the mental resilience to take opportunities, to take the risk, and you know, you wasn't crippled by fear. But you know, there's a lot of people that, you know, want to start their businesses, but they just can't build that courage. Like, what kind of advice would you give to people like that?
Well, you need courage. You need to be resilient. That's why I say don't be afraid to fail, because, you know, loads of people, what have you got to lose? Actually, you know, I now have people writing to me and saying they've been made redundant. What should they do? And I think, well, there's never a better time than to have a go. I started, I had nothing, so what did I have to lose? But look, you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to have courage. But if you think about it, if you don't have a go, you'll never know.
With all that knowledge that you accumulated over the years, what advice would you give to the 17-year-old Linda?
What I would say to young people, and what I would say to the 17-year-old Linda, but the 17-year-old Linda was different. There's women at the forefront of business today. It's all different. But don't be afraid to ask for help. Get tips, get guidance. Don't be afraid.
So whilst you are selling things on the market stall, what kind of thoughts about the future used to pop up in your mind?
Seize the opportunities, have a plan, of course have a plan. I knew when I got my range But I knew when I'd got my range together, I think I need to make a brand. I need to build a brand here. So
Definitely.
you evolve. The biggest word I would use in my life is I have evolved, and I'm not young anymore, but I'm still evolving. I evolved from the 15-year-old girl to where I am today. And I went on The Apprentice, and I don't mind saying it, I went on The Apprentice at 60 years old. And I've just evolved and evolved. And my motivation and my drive, which I started off saying carried me through life, still carries me through.
And I just wanted to open up the floor now because we've got loads of questions. Everybody's excited. They just want to get all your advice in this whole. We've got an amazing question from Daniel Short, who says, how would you scale from a one-person business to hiring, multiple people and growing your business as well? So how do you scale from, the one-man band to, your big PLC?
Well, once I started, I didn't have a designer. But once I got on the road, I knew I needed a designer. So I employed a designer. I employed a salesman because I knew I needed, because you can't do everything. And that's how you grow. As the design team got bigger, I got more designers, and then I got more salespeople, but always keep control. Always keep control. So depending on what your business idea is, you don't have, scaling will come with the success. Has it got scalability? Depending what it is. If it's got scalability and you start off successful, that will automatically grow because you will recruit as you need.
That's amazing. We've got another interesting question from Chloe. So Chloe asks, how do you deal with imposter syndrome? And, because when people start to doubt themselves that they can't do it and all of that. So what's your advice on that?
I think support. You need support around you because, no man is an island. And if you doubt yourself, do you have someone that you can go to? You need a bit of guidance. You need a bit of mentoring. You need someone to support you. We all need support in life. So if you're feeling a bit down or you need that, you need some guidance, you need some support. Get that support, right? Don't give up. Don't say, no, I can't do it. Get some help. Sometimes we doubt ourselves. So, and if you're alone, you need to find a support network. That's what you need, a support network to give you tips, guidance, and give you the confidence you need to get you back on your feet.
On that things about building relationships, Jay asks actually, how do you build those kind of like relationships in business, and how do you approach people without being sometimes a bit forceful? And
relationships come from, I think, from showing a bit of warmth. You might be tough inside, but wrap it up in velvet. It works better, or cotton wool. And I think you'll find that's a better way to grow forward. Be nice, be amiable, show your kind, warm side. You'll get what you want a lot easier.
Another question was from Rory. He asked, what's the best way to find mentors and how important is mentorship?
I think you have to find people that you respect, and don't be afraid to get help. If there's absolutely no one, well, the Prince's Trust is there, isn't it? There's always someone in life, I think, to help you and to mentor you, and that is that's part of you, because you've got to use your own common sense. You've got to be motivated. You've got to be a little bit driven. You've got to go out and make things happen a little bit. You can't just wait and think, oh, I can't do this. I haven't got a mentor. Where am I going to find a mentor from? No, you'll find a mentor.
I think it's Sinead Blackwood. And what methods did you use to find and engage with your target audience when you was in business?
I believe that I don't like airs and graces. People always call me Linda. I know on The Apprentice, I don't seem that approachable, but actually I am approachable. I was always approachable in business, and it's good to be approachable. That's how you engage. I'm saying this, it sounds ridiculous because of my apprentice, but don't let people be afraid of you. Just be one of them, because that's all you are really. You're just one of those. So that's how you engage. You let people, you be approachable.
Go on to bring someone else to call in, Emma Lee Hayes. So I'm just going to allow you to ask your question now.
As a young woman trying to crowdfund and start up her first business at 24, I've already come across a lot of hurdles that have prevented me from reaching my full potential.
Right.
I'm wondering what advice you've got for a young female entrepreneur in today's current climate.
I would say to you, without knowing specifically, if you're 24 and you've got an entrepreneurship bone in your body and you're on hurdles, you're going to get hurdles, but you've got to try to find a way around them and find an organisation, you're looking to help you through those hurdles.
Hi, Kimberly, could you unmute?
It really struck a chord with me as a mum of 2 young children about the balance with the family life. How did you find, did you have any advice? I'm 2 years in, I do self-care journaling workshops for basically people who need to relax. So is there any advice with the balance?
So the balance is that when you're with them, give them the quality time, plan that out. Children are resilient and they will respect you. Do not worry. My mum worked my whole life. I let myself in from school. I made my own, I learned to cook, all sorts of things. Make the balance, quality time with your children, but everything you're doing in your business is laying a foundation to give your kids a better life.
So we put in the poll, is now a good time to start my own business? 83% of people said yes, 3% said no, and 15% said not sure. What do you think about that, Linda?
I think it's a good time to start your own business, and I'll tell you why. Because job security has probably never been worse than now. So let's say you've been made redundant and you've got an idea. You're better off because you could get another job. You don't know how secure it is to work for anyone else now. So now is a good time to start your own business in challenging times. Especially if you can choose something that is good for where we're going. You know, you can't stay still. You've got to evolve. But I say yes, it's a good time now.
I think this is a truly encouraging message from a business leader, because that's I think what people want to hear. Get the reassurances from someone who's really at the top of their basically game. I mean, and those who are in the game, those who have got the experience, and that's great. Thanks for that, Linda. Linda, we've got a very short session of fiery questions. So for everyone else, this is something that Cordell and myself put together. Okay. Linda hasn't seen the questions, and I hope she doesn't panic as we start asking. Right, question 1, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Awesome. Gucci or Louis Vuitton?
LV.
Oh. Lord Sugar or Claude Littner?
Lord Sugar. Lord Sugar.
Claude is in trouble now. Fashion or property development?
I love fashion, but property development's more. Oh, fashion.
Cool. Right, describe Linda, the teenager, in 3 words.
Motivated, driven, passionate.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food, but what you've given there is not my favorite. Chocolate. If chocolate's not a food, then my favorite food is, I like a bit of roast beef and Yorkshire pudding.
Worst subject in school?
Oh, maths.
Okay, that's good. Piers Morgan or Susanna Reid? Piers
Morgan.
Okay, that's cool. He will be very pleased. Actually, I should tweet that now. Right. What's more important in business? What you know or who you know?
Who you know.
Awesome. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, Remains of the Day.
Awesome. What cartoon do you still watch? Be honest, please.
Is Peppa Pig a cartoon? I've got a small grandchild. I watch Peppa Pig, but I didn't like Tom and Jerry. When the car, SpongeBob, I think SpongeBob, but that's another one.
Yes, that's right. But worst thing you've seen on a CV?
Oh my God, worst thing. Well, the worst things I see, first of all, if it's too long, I get bored of it. The worst thing I saw on a CV, I think, was a candidate who shall remain nameless, who had a flower business, who put on her CV that she'd assaulted people.
Well, I think I know who that is. Right, so if you weren't in business, what else would you have done?
Well, there was a very short space in my life where I thought I'd be a history teacher because I love history, but it was short-lived. That's
awesome. I think that's what we have here. Well done, Linda. I think that was quite quick, actually, and you didn't have any pass on me, so well done on that. I mean,
I never pass. No passes. Got got to just talk your way through.
Definitely, man. And yeah, I think we should wrap it up. What
Okay.
absolute
Absolutely.
we could talk for hours and hours and hours and hours. Your energy is infectious, honestly. It's amazing.
Well, I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased. It's been a great pleasure for me too, you know, and so anytime, and thank you for having me, and anyone out there who I've inspired and helped, you know, just I'm really pleased. You know, when the going gets tough, just keep on going.